my darlings, Robin here with AriesFireTarot. How's it going? So guys, I'm doing a pick a deck reading, and the question that we're going to ask the tarot is, should I take my ex back? So that's always a big question to ask yourself, and I thought it would be a good one, especially since we're just kind of coming out of a Mercury retrograde, and you know the ex can tend to come back during a retrograde. So I'm using 3 different decks, so you can either choose the Tattoo Tarot, Ink and Intuition, and I'll call that deck 1, and the time will be marked down in the description box for you guys. And then the Good Tarot, we'll call that deck 2, and then of course I'll make a note when the time starts for that one. And then I've got the Witch's Tarot, and we'll call that deck 3. So pick whatever deck you want, you guys. And I'm just going to actually go on a pause and mark this time down. So just 1 second. 1 second. Okay, so here we go for those of you that chose deck number 1, the Tattoo Tarot, Ink and Intuition, which I'm just going to shuffle a couple times. I did a couple shuffles while I was on a pause. So I'm almost ready to start pulling cards and ask the tarot, should I take my ex back? So it's always a tough one, you guys. You know, they're your ex for a reason. So I feel like I'm good. I'm going to start pulling cards. So we have the King of Coins, which is a really great card. It really speaks of being abundant and being able to pull that in for yourself. And then we've got the World card here, which speaks of a sense of accomplishment. I'm going to pull 3 cards and just lay them out, and then we'll start talking about them. And then the 3 of Wands. So, you know, it really feels like there's been significant growth here for your ex and you. You know, with the 3 of Wands, there's been a lot of moving forward, and some successes have been accomplished, you know, probably even some karmic completions that needed to take place. And then somebody made some money in the interim with the King of Pentacles. Somebody was able to do a little upgrade. Sorry, it's the King of Coins in this deck. Definitely escalated with the bankroll. And it could be you, and it could be this ex-partner. So I know that can always be really tempting when going into relationships, you know, so don't let that be the only deciding factor here. But other things are going on here for you both. I really like the growth that I'm seeing in the cards here. You know, been down the road a bit longer, feeling a little bit more experienced, probably in a place where you can understand each other better. I'm getting a real evenly matched type of energy here, where one of you could have felt like above the other, either in like wealth in that house, or, you know, someone was acting like a child, and one of you was really mature and the other one was not. So I'm seeing a lot of growth from that. So this is looking really good, you guys. If you chose the Tattoo Tarot, Ink and Intuition deck, some really great cards. I mean, so far it's all in. It's like, yeah, you should go for it. But let me pull a couple more and see what's going on. So we have the 4 of Coins. So someone's very nervous, very anxious. You know, in most decks where they have characters in the cards, it depicts kind of an old man hanging on to a bunch of money. So there is still a little bit of anxiety rooted in this decision, because you're afraid that history is going to repeat itself, and you're looking forward and going, well, you know, I'm in a good place now, so why would I want to go back and do that to myself? So I see that's going to have something to do with your decision. But you know what? The 8 of Swords, it's like, It's time to move out of that. The past happened, and I'm seeing that both of you probably made mistakes, and I'm really just getting the sense from these cards that you just weren't in a place where you were able to understand each other, but there is significant growth. And if it was your partner that your ex that you thought was kind of acting like a baby or was irresponsible or just, didn't take any of the steps that you were expecting, they really just wanted everything to be kind of, I'm getting words like a hookup or a booty call, and you were looking for a really serious relationship. This is where this anxiety and the fearful thinking is coming in, because you just don't want history to repeat itself. But totally, with the World card, there is something going on here. It's saying, you both have evolved, especially for those of you that have been away from an ex for a year or more. And for those of you that have moved apart from each other, and somebody could have taken time out to move to a different part of the country or go do some traveling. And it's like this ex-partner's eyes were opened up a little bit, seeing what's going on, and understanding that they probably took advantage of you to a certain degree, because what I'm seeing here is that you put way more into this relationship. You took it way more seriously than your ex. And they've definitely had their eyes open. So I like what I'm seeing there, but there's a definite barrier here for you with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Coins. And you're like, man, but how do you prove that unless you get back into it, and you don't want to go down that road again? But that road is past, like the Three of Wands. There's a different, you've passed your fork in the road with the Two of Wands, where, standing there and making the decision, and you guys split apart. And now the road is bringing you back together again. So, but I do see that there's been a lot of healing. Maybe not as much for you. I'm getting the sense that you guys were hurt way more than your ex, because they just weren't in a place where they were able to give you what you wanted, and they didn't understand what you wanted. So they gave you what they needed, and it felt like they were taking advantage of you. So we have the Eight of Wands here, you guys. This is really cool. So you have two eights here in your reading. Things could really start to happen really quickly for you. And again, like I was saying before, I did see somebody traveling or had moved, so they could be coming back in, and you guys could already be communicating to a certain degree, and you're really, really intrigued here. But again, the history is holding you back. But like, I really like what I'm seeing here with the Eight of Wands. There's an opportunity for you to reunite and definitely reconcile, and it could happen very, very quickly for you. I think the only thing that you have to overcome is your nerves. But, you don't have to jump in and get engaged to somebody. You could, be friends and hang out for a little while, and you can see for yourself. Take that sort of temperature and see, well, how far have they come really, But I'm seeing the potential is really good here, you guys, to get back together with this ex-partner, because they really have grown up. You know how sometimes you fall in love with somebody's potential, and then you just suffer through watching them not meet it? And this person has grown into that potential that you fell in love with the first time around. I'm going to pull one more card here, guys. So we have the Knave of Cups. So there is absolutely messages coming in. Like, you could be ignoring them. They could be coming in soon, and they could just be a little bit of a touch base. Hey, how's it going? Well, what's new with you? How's your family? How's your dog? Really subtle, probably knowing not to push you, because, I'm seeing some sort of a jerk aura going back with this person. But I'm seeing that your potential for the future is excellent. It's really good. So if you are considering getting back together with this ex and you're a little concerned that their past behavior might resurface, what I'm seeing in these cards is that they've really, really grown up into the person that you thought that they should have been last time around. And you guys could probably have a really good crack at it. So that's what I'm getting from the Tattoo Tarot. And you guys are welcome to watch the whole video or whatever, you know. So I'm going to just end this reading right now, and I'm going to do the good tarot next. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. And if you get back together with your ex, all the best to you. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, I've got deck 2, the good tarot, to answer the question, should I get back together with my ex? Should I take my ex back? And I did the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition, and that was a really good one. You know, it was really positive. So anyway, we'll see what the good tarot has to say. Should I take my ex back? And this is like the question of the ages, right? And everybody's done it. Sometimes you take your ex back many, many times, you know. So anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in. And let me just do a couple more shuffles here with the good tarot. It takes me a little bit longer because the deck is so wide, and I just have tiny hands. I just have little hands, you guys. All right, so let's do a deck cut. We'll start pulling some cards. I did 8 for the Tattoo Tarot, but that's what felt right. So let's just see what happens here. Ooh, wow. Okay. So the first card I pulled is the Justice card. You know, so somebody was deeply wronged here. There's going to be a lot of making up that would have to be done for you to even consider getting back together with this person. You know, and I feel like you've been waiting for an apology that you have not gotten. And it's possible that this ex-partner, they are just absolutely clueless to how deeply they hurt you. You know, they're just like, what are you even talking about? Like, what? You know, so, and that's even more annoying than somebody who recognizes it and refuses to apologize because they think they were right. Because somebody that is that clueless to hurting your feelings, like, how do they not do it again? So you're waiting for something to be resolved in order to move forward. So very interesting, fascinating with the Justice card there for you. So let's pull another one. We've got the Chariot card. So you guys definitely are waiting for a change in this person's energy, for them to enlighten up to a certain degree, you know, so that they can actually step to you on the same level. Like the feeling that I'm getting from these cards right away is that there's a huge gap to be bridged. You know, a lot of distrust, a lot of stagnant energy in between you guys. Again, the justice that needs to be served. And, you know, I'm seeing this dagger in the Justice card in her hand. And that's like indicating quite a bit of pain. And it's still in that reservoir of your emotions, you know. And it's just, I feel it's festering, you know, with this Chariot card going absolutely nowhere. This is just, it's like stuck. And once, like, it's getting right into your bones, into your blood, into your organs. So I feel like there's, you know how they say that there's like, that made my blood boil. That's kind of what I'm getting here. This person, again, they're just clueless is the word I'm getting, to how much they hurt your feelings. So we do have the Page of Fire here, and this is a really, really interesting card. So this is sort of a message from your inner child and a message from your higher self combined. They want you to take some sort of action related to this so that you can move forward with your own healing. What I'm seeing here is that this is more about you than this other person. I'm going to pull a card on top of that, you guys. So we've got the Seven of Air here. You know, there's definitely shattered illusions, shattered emotions. I'm not seeing that this is a very good time to get back together with this person, because they're absolutely sort of stunted in their growth and have no recognition of what makes you tick as a person, and therefore does not understand what will and won't hurt you. And they don't necessarily take responsibility for those hurt feelings. There'd be like those awesome phrases like, oh, get over it, you know, hey, lighten up, or it wasn't so bad. What do you mean? You know, just really insensitive energy is what I'm getting here. You know, really see that you would be taking less than what you deserve as a person, you know, for your heart and soul. So, you know, you got to be really listening to the messages from yourself. Like, who did you want? Who was your ideal partner when you were a child? I got a really overwhelming wave of emotion when I picked those cards up. It's just, it was like kind of a sadness. But I don't know, some of you might feel like you deserve it, and some of you could have had parents like that, so it could be really easy to model yourself after that. But, you know, as a child and you picture your ideal partner, like, this isn't that person, you know. And it could be very easy to step back into this for you because it was more, it kind of habit forming. And I just saw angel number 555, you guys, so it's definitely time for a change in your life. Let me pull a couple more cards here. So we've got the Four of Water. You guys are definitely missing something here. You know, the key is here. What I'm seeing here is looking into your past self and connecting with your higher self. And when I looked at the camera earlier, I saw angel number 1616. So there could be a bit of a money factor in your decision to be with this person, but money isn't worth it, you guys. Not if, and I'm getting a strong message that, you know, they could have been cheating on you, or like hiding things from you, or just really like taking advantage of your kindness and like leaving you sit at the dinner table and not calling you and coming home whenever they wanted to, and just kind of being a, you know, not a nice person, kind of taking advantage of your very gentle soul and your inner child wanting that sort of beautiful, you know, if you're a woman, you know, as little girls, we kind of dream of the prince coming in, you know, and the same for little boys. You know, you want that ideal partner, and this person, they might represent themselves physically and financially as that ideal person, but emotionally and spiritually, no. So we have the Nine of Earth, guys, and this card is just telling you it's time to look at where you would be down the road with this person. And I'm not seeing any sort of healing on this other person, on your ex, at all. You know, so you're going to have to lean on what you expected as a child growing up, who your partner was going to be, who you wanted in your life, who would be worthy of you. And then again, cast your eyes forward with the message here from the Page of Fire that you can tap into your inner self and see where that would put you, especially if you guys are going to have a family together, you know, because it would really impact any children that you guys might have. So what I'm seeing here is that this is kind of a hard no for you guys. You know, it's not this would not be advisable according to the good tarot and the messages that I've got here for you guys from this deck. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and you know, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. So do take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back here another time. Take care. Bye. All right, guys. So if you picked deck number 3, the Witch's Tarot, to help you answer the question, should I take my ex back? Here we go. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shuffle and sort of get into the energy of this deck, and you know, anybody that might be drawn to this portion of the video. So guys, thanks for being here, and I hope you get your, you know, the answers that you're looking for. Sometimes I'm so smooth on camera, and then sometimes I'm just not. So bear with me, and I'll get into the reading, and things should improve. This is why I keep intros short. So guys, I'll do a deck cut here. Ooh. All right, so we have the Fool card, and he's like, yeah, I'm ready for this part of my life and ready to take off, and everything's groovy, you know, nothing's gonna stop me now. This is a really, it's like a high energy of rebooting something, starting over again, brand new journey. I love it. So whether or not that's going to say you should take your ex back or not, let's just see what else the cards have to say here, okay? So, yeah. Wow, guys. So this is the Wheel of the Year. So the Wheel of the Year, it's called the Wheel of Fortune, and other decks, Fortune's Wheel. There's something brand new happening for you. Something that is just so, like, living, like, large. Something massive is coming in for you guys, and you're so ready for it with the Fool card. Huge, life-changing. And I'm still not getting a sense of the ex, the return of the ex here. So just hold on for a second. Wow, you got the Sun card. This could be the best time for you to start something new in your life. Never mind the ex. Like, just, why would you even think about your ex when I'm so fabulous that I can just keep on going, you know, and call in the higher aspects of my life with the Wheel of the Year, and just everything, like a new potential with the Sun, and getting all these messages from your higher self. Like, so far I'm not seeing any room for the ex to come back here at all, because it's all about you. It's all about the sun shining on your life and growing you into your highest potential, you know, and the universe going, oh, well, that was unkind what they said. Well, you finally got rid of that. What did they say? They said pile of trash, you know, sort of that baggage. You got it off your shoulders, and you're ready to spring up into a different area of your life, because you might not necessarily have been seeing your path clearly, because their path was overshadowing yours so much. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. So he's like juggling the pentacles back and forth. There's a lot to be focused on in your own life. And again, you've got the symbol of infinity here between these two coins. So there's something really related to your own soul journey that, what I'm getting from the cards, should be paid attention to at this moment in your life, as opposed to taking an ex back and sort of taking the same trail over again. It would basically be a rewind and not a reboot. You know what I mean? It would just be, oh, here we go again. And then it would keep you in that spot instead of sort of footloose and fancy free down the trail, doing your own thing, being like freaking amazing. These are really amazingly powerful cards, and I just had a card come out sideways here. And then you've got the World card, you guys. there's really something big for you guys to do. And now is just not the right time to take this ex back, because it would just, like, and how do you say that nicely? It would just get in the way of what your destiny is. Your destiny right now is greater than this relationship, is the impact I'm getting from these cards. It's a time to focus on yourself and make things happen for you. I have a plane flying overhead, so hopefully it's not too bad. It wasn't bad. Anyway, so yeah, and I feel like you guys would push your goals to the side in favor of, and now's the time for you guys to be like the super achiever. There's something so high for you guys to achieve. You know, these cards are telling you, wow, it's really your time to shine. Just saw angel number 444 here, guys. So that might be really important for you to look up to. So maybe check that out after. And then you've got the Page of Wands, and look how excited this guy is to get started. Woo! You know, he's like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, I'm not seeing anything that would say you wouldn't get along with your ex and you guys, you know, it would be okay, but it would really bump you off your path right now, your highest timeline of achievement. And I'm not sure how many people are interested in doing that. I mean, it depends on what's most important to you right now. But man, you guys have a big future here if you strike out basically and leave that in the dust, you know, and maybe there's someone better for you coming in that could match this high energy of potential and achievement that I'm seeing in these cards. So let's pull a card on that one. Maybe there's somebody better out there for you. So we have the Emperor here, and this is the guy that's really focused on building foundations, and this is a really smart guy, and he's looking out into forging a future. I'm just really seeing the impression that when you walk this path towards your highest timeline, you're going to bump into the person that is going to match your highest energy. So I read something the other day, you guys, and it's really resonating right now for these cards. It's that you can have many soulmates in your life, but they will match the energy that you have put into yourself. So as much work as you've done on yourself, that is the type of mate that you will attract. Partner. And that's what I'm seeing here. You know, you have the potential to follow your own bliss and then meet somebody who's going to be a way better match in the future. But it's going to be a little bit down the road while you work on being amazing and stuff. Like, there's a lot here for you guys to do. And you're going to reap many, many, many benefits by following this path. You know, your abundance, your happiness, and just everything. Like, look at the excitement here. I'm going to show you the Page of Wands again and the Sun card. I mean, this is the happiest page I've ever seen in any deck possible. So there's messages coming in where you guys could just basically hit the road on your own path. It's going to fulfill your highest dreams. Your ex is not involved in any of this. And then somewhere down the road is the person that is on top already. You won't have to do any work on them. And you guys are going to meet and go, oh, hey, wouldn't it be great if we built this together, our future, our highest timeline together, you know? And then we could both sit on these thrones and watch our future generations unfold before our eyes. So I love these cards for you guys, and I hope it was a little bit helpful making this decision. And yeah, anyway, guys, so cool read for you guys, and I'm going to leave it there and just say take care. Okay, bye for now. Bye, guys.